Well, this one's gonna be a fucking doozy. What's up, everybody? Matt Inman back with episode 2 of my Scooby Movie Look Back, and we're doing Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers. And what is this movie about, you ask? Well, let me try and explain it as succinctly as possible for you.
Shaggy inherits a southern plantation from his Uncle Beauregard and decides to live there. But it turns out to be the absolute worst fucking place to live, as it's infested with tons of monstrosities, included but not limited to an escaped circus ape, the absolute worst sheriff on the face of the planet, too many ghosts to even name. I mean, way too many ghosts. Like, seriously, the headless fucking horseman? What's the point? They have Igor for a butler, who also kind of looks like Elton John in a way. The Boo Brothers are here too, but they do absolutely fucking nothing. The absolute worst neighbors in the South, who serve no purpose in this film other than to fill runtime and a few chase sequences. A bear! A fucking bear! And the most terrifying creature in this whole film, Scrappy-Doo.
If all of that shit didn't give you any clues, this movie is convoluted as hell, and I didn't even scratch the surface on the jewel hunting mystery. There's so much going on in this 92-minute movie, I don't even know where to begin. I don't know where to fucking start. I will say that this is more of the traditional Scooby-Doo motif that we're used to. However, it does suffer the same fate that Goes Hollywood does, in that it just tries to do too much with too little time. Like, I'm not even bullshitting you, about 60% of this movie could be cut out and nothing would change. Absolutely nothing. The escaped ape, the bear, the annoying neighbors, even the Boo Brothers themselves are all just plot devices that serve nothing but to fill the runtime. And it's really frustrating at points that they'd serve nothing but just cheap gags and chase sequences half the time. I'm about to go in depth with some individual problems I have with this film, so if you haven't seen this, spoiler, I guess.
The titular Boo Brothers do absolutely nothing in this film. They're basically Fatso, Stinky, and Stretch from Casper doing their worst Three Stooges impression, and their reward for their services in this film is appallingly large for what little they do. I mean, for God's sake, Shaggy and Scooby give them the whole house in exchange for nothing. Uncle Beauregard himself is really confusing. The film claims he's recently deceased, but his ghost utters this line in the film.
Starlet Beauregard's necklace. I haven't seen this since before the Civil War. As for you trespassers,
And if this movie was set in the 80s like how it was released, that would make this man pushing 130 by the time he passed away. Maybe it's my fault for trying to apply logic to Scooby-Doo, but it gets even deeper than that.
In letters left by Beauregard himself, he claims Shaggy is the only person he trusts with the family jewels. So why would Beauregard's ghost be constantly tormenting Shaggy and his friends? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Granted, I could claim this as a fallacy on the actual villain's part, because we all know this isn't a real ghost. It still doesn't make that much sense. Again, maybe it's my fault for trying to apply logic to Scooby-Doo.
The sheriff overall as the antagonist really works. He's one of the funniest parts of the film.
oh, no trouble. Just a matter of proceeding down the highway in a wanton-lit, reckless, and irresponsible manner. Let me see your license, boy. Oh, from out of state, huh? What y'all doing down here, boy? Now, you take my advice, boy. Okay, just what the Sam Hill is going on? Don't play dumb, boy.
Shaggy is supposedly talking to the sheriff on the phone here. However, the sheriff is exactly the one who's unplugging the phone right here. So who's he talking to on the phone? I've been thinking about this for days. I have no idea how to answer this.
What Stroggin's been feeding with for now to 145 years?
That line right there perfectly personifies how much sense this movie makes. Absolutely none. Sorry guys, I really tried to like this one, but it's just so bogged down by so much bullshit. The core of the movie's really good. The jewel hunting mystery, the villain, the sheriff, the production, sound design, animation, it's all on point, but it just falls apart. Overall, Scooby-Doo Meets the Boo Brothers is one of the most confusing, frustrating, and misguided Scooby-Doo movies I've seen in a long, long time. But anyway, that's it for this episode of the Scooby-Doo Movie Look Back. If you've seen this movie, don't forget to comment what you think in the comments down below, and like, share, subscribe, do whatever. Next episode, we're going to be talking about Scooby-Doo and the Ghoul School. I'm Matt Inman, and I'll see you guys next time.